No, Peter. It's not. March Madness isn't swimming. You know, it's basketball, right? Okay. All right. We have our board op. Peter doesn't know sports. Yeah, he's talented in multiple different ways, but not sports.
Yeah, it's okay. We still love him.
Yeah.
He's our Peter. Anyway, it's Santa Cruz's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. You're listening to the what is this? The Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. Anyway, Mr. Sports.
It's the Doug and John show.
I think it's the John and Doug show. Doug, you're fired. All right, Mr. Sports. So. Conference tournaments are going on right now, right? NCAA basketball conference tournaments.
Yes.
Massive surprises, don't you think?
A lot of surprises, especially yesterday with Seton Hall.
That was huge.
Who'd they beat?
They beat the number 3 team overall right now, Villanova, who could be a projected number 1 seed, but I'm not too sure about that anymore.
You don't think so? I still think they're going to be number 1 seed. They were number 3 in the country, and they lose the first round on a buzzer beater to a decent team. I mean, Seton Hall's not bad. They haven't done much this year.
Well, they were at 500 before that win.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the thing about these tournaments, whether it's the conference or the NCAA. You have one off game where if you aren't making your threes and the other team is hot on threes or on outside shots, you can be sunk on any given night.
That's the loveliness of the madness.
That's what I'm saying. It's why it's madness. It's also can be very heartbreaking.
Yeah. So, all right. So you don't think Villanova is going to be a number 1 seed, right, Mr. Sports? Is that what you're saying?
I think as of right now, no. I think they could get a little help from potential number 1 seeds if they lose early on. But I don't think they helped their case for the number 1 seed.
So you're pushing Duke to number 1?
If they can convincingly win the ACC tournament, I think they could, and the same could be said for Wisconsin as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I was surprised. What about Michigan?
Michigan could. I think the likeliest right now, the sleeper for number 1 could be Louisville.
Oh, that's a good point. You kind of forget about that.
They've outscored their opponent the last 4 games by roughly around 25 or 30.
Yeah, but that was Rutgers, wasn't it?
They demolished, the past 4 games, not only Rutgers.
Oh, okay.
They destroyed UConn the last game of the regular season, and they have to go through Houston tonight.
Mr. Sports, are you backing away from your prediction of Wichita State being a number 1 seed?
No, they're a lock.
Yeah, they're a lock. Deal with it, Doug. Deal with it. Now, all right. This is a good question for Mr. Sports. Does it matter that much to be a number 1 seed? And it's only
I think it does.
Really? Why?
Because you're given an opportunity to advance to play either 8 or 9 seed, who a lot of the times are a bubble team that helps their case in the conference tournament. So you're playing a bubble team and then a 5 and a 4 compared to a 3 and a 6, who are teams that got at-large bids and are more likely to advance farther.
Yeah, but isn't it something? There's some stat out there that's like, and you might even know this, but hasn't the number 1 seeds advanced like all 4 number 1 seeds advanced like 1 or 2 times in the last 30 to 40 years or something? It doesn't happen very often.
I believe the last time it happened was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah,
it was UCLA, Florida. The other 2 escaped my mind.
Yeah, so I stumped Mr. Sports. Yay! Of course, I don't know the answer either.
So I'd like to come back to the Pac-12 tournament. We have Arizona against Colorado.
Yes, sir.
And then they play the winner of UCLA-Stanford.
Yes.
So it looks to me like we're going to have an Arizona-UCLA final.
I would hold up right there. I think Stanford's going to give UCLA a run for its money.
Really?
I've been a big advocate for Stanford this past season, and they will likely get a 10 seed this year. But I'm big on Dwight Powell, who is their small forward. He's a likely first-round pick in this coming up NBA draft.
Really?
And, yeah, he scores, he's lengthy, he can rebound the ball. And I think at this point in the season, I think all you need is that one player.
You know, I am, as an Arizona fan, I am concerned about playing Colorado because they always play us tough, no matter where we play them, in Tucson or in Boulder or in a neutral site. They always play us tough.
I don't know. You guys should be pretty safe in that game, I think.
I'm not completely worried.
Yeah.
I think having a leader like Nick Johnson right now, he knows what to do.
Yeah, you've got a team that's been there before. I mean, that's why I think people are jumping on Florida's bandwagon. They've got a lot of good
They do.
senior class talent that I think is going to go well in the tournament.
All right, so let's go ahead, gentlemen, and give our predictions for the top 4 seeds.
Okay, I think everybody agrees except for maybe Doug, Wichita State, right, Mr. Sports?
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
You got Wichita State. You got Florida.
Arizona.
Right? You got Arizona.
bear down.
And you got Arizona. I think right now I would still say Villanova. I really do. That's a tough tournament to win.
How much, Mr. Sports, do you think repetition has to do with it? If Duke comes on strong in the conference, are they in just because of repetition?
I think they could. I think Kansas has an opportunity.
No, that's probably too.
But I think I'm going to go with John right now, and I'm going to stick with Villanova.
Yeah, I think that's probably a safe bet. They're going to be the number 4 seed. They'll probably go way out west, even though they pot it all and they play different places. They play the West Regional in New Jersey for some unknown reason. I've never liked that. I always like if you get the West Region, go out west. So you have no fans, so you're playing to an empty stadium. It's fun, and you get to see different teams.
I think one of the regions also is that it's the Midwest, correct?
Yeah.
I think it's stupid. I think it really should just be Northwest, South, and East.
Yeah, that's true. All right, real quick, Mr. Sports. I know you're an Eagles fan. Got to talk to you about NFL free agency. Eagles pulled the plug on that one, didn't they?
They did, but
wow. You know who they got, right?
Are you talking about Darren Sproles?
Doug, you know who they got? Darren Sproles.
Why did New Orleans let him go? Is it all money?
I think it was money. I think it's in an effort to re-sign Jimmy Graham, even though they franchise tagged him.
Yeah.
But they also had a crowded backfield because Mark Ingram and Kyrie Robinson are 2 young backs that have kind of come on this past year.
So
they re-signed Pierre Thomas to a tier extension.
Yeah.
So
you got to be happy about that.
Absolutely.
Real quick, Mr. Sports, who do you think's had the best free agent so far?
Free agents.
Is there one team that's shined through?
The one team that stuck out to me so far, I think, is Tampa Bay.
Really?
And I think Lovie Smith coming in there and addressing a lot of his defensive problems and divorcing from Darrelle Revis, to signing Alton Werner to fit his team.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Sports, come in studio next week, all right? We'll watch some basketball. All right, you're listening to Gazette Radio with Doug and John on AM 1220 KHTS.
See you next
week.